through. Today we're going to the Natural History Museum, Los Angeles Natural History Museum, and it's right here. We're about to enter. It's like $15 for parking, $15 to get in unless you're an LA resident on a weekday after 3 to 5. Oh, that's a huge whale. Whales are important to me because my wife and I started our first text with whale puns. Now here we are walking in. I feel like I've seen a lot of movies in this scene right here. Nightmare at the Museum or something. LA Underwater Exhibit. Is that a saber-toothed tiger? California got the best seaweed. This is the biggest duck face I've seen. This is a Los Angeles exhibit and it begins right here. If we look to the left, we see some pieces of LA history, kind of like the story of LA. The religious background of LA, and a nest, because where we all nest in LA. This is probably a replica of the biggest blunt that Snoop Dogg has rolled in LA. It's about 8 feet long and gets him high. This symbolizes the contributions that Madonna has made to Los Angeles, as you can see by the shape. This is cool. It's like dice, but with cards, faces on him. Then that's pretty cool. This looks like some alcohol that they left over from the Prohibition days. But it's actually souvenir water from the opening of the LA Aqueduct. Wow, look at this beautiful guitar. And look at this guy up here. Look at him. I bet you he played it for that lady. And I bet you he got it in that night. Look at him. Look at his face. Look at her face. Wow. I'm really enjoying this place very much. This looks like an old oil pump. And then if you look at the beach, you can see it's just a bunch of pumps. It kind of sucks to have a beach just lined up with all these pumps. This place is pretty cowl. And that's no bull. They have this spot where you could kind of look out and see the resting area outside. Look at this ladder. It's like a ladder on one side and then just a stick on the other side. Kind of like a tripod. Is this more efficient? Does this save wood? Is it able to go higher that way? I don't know. I just thought that was a pretty interesting tripod ladder. Wow, this is one of the oldest cars in Los Angeles. Can you picture it doing donuts on Sepulveda? Or maybe even on the 6th Street viaduct. You can see it just strolling down there in the sunset. And then here's an ostrich egg. It's pretty big. It's like the size of a small basketball. And then there's an ostrich. I didn't realize how tall ostriches are. I don't know why it's here in the LA section. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, well, look, they used to ride ostriches. It's kind of messed up. Tourism, did they used to arrive there in an ostrich? They got some mammals. They got a lot of skulls and just domes in here. Look at this one. Wow, they have a huge beetle like the size of my arm. And then up here, there's a platypus. When there's more than one, how do you spell that? Platypi or platypussies? Platypussies? And a little turtle. Old man up there. Wow, these are the bones of a rhinoceros. I always wondered, were they like dinosaurs before? Or were they rhinoceros? Like what kind of... Oh, there you go. Not a dinosaur. There's answers. Excuse me, sir. You gotta leave. And I'll pocket your bags for you. Just get out of here.
Ah, why do I always gotta scratch his back? When is he gonna scratch mine? Yeah, just keep scratching. Just keep scratching. Ah.
I had a class with one of these animals. But they got kicked out of my math class because they were cheetahs. This is the majestic tiger. Always looking out for his pride.
Man, this is a donkey, black and white.
Wow, look at the size of this woolly mammoth. I can't imagine standing next to one, and look how huge the tusks are. This polar bear looks pretty cool. You know, just chilling there. Relaxing. Chillaxing, which is like relaxing and chilling put together. I just want a Coke. I just want a friend. I just want a friend to give me a Coke. Rotunda looks like his eyes looking at me. Movies have been filled in this rotunda, like the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. This sphere, this ball that they're holding is like the world. It harnesses the power of the Anunnaki and it shoots up into here, into the stained glass. And nope, this guy is a big, tough dinosaur, but look at his arms. Look how small his arms are. It's a huge dinosaur, but his arms are like as big as just my forearm itself. How is he gonna catch a basketball? He can't even hug. He can't even hug himself. That's so sad. Poor dinosaur. This looks like an old paintbrush. It looks like one of the Three Stooges, like Curly or something. This is like a pelvic bone, but if you look close, it looks like a face, nose, and mouth. These are cute little dinosaurs, but then you add hair or fur on it, and it looks creepy and scary. I always wonder how they get all these bones and what kind of bones they have. Oh, what is this? What? I don't know if that's a bone, but that's some petrified wood. This one kind of reminds me of like a Pokemon or maybe a Super Mario Brothers sea creature. Look at the hands. Wow, these ones are my favorites. Triceratops. I always loved the Triceratops growing up, and I didn't realize there were like 3 different kinds. How come this one's horn looks like it's like depressed or something? Kind of like the killer whales at Shamu or something like that, where they said they're in captivity, so their fins bend or something. Maybe it's for digging. You know when you start writing something and then you figure out, oh no, you're running out of space, so you have to write a lot smaller at the end? That's what this one looks like, this clam. He's got a big, long body, but an itty bitty 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 head. Wait, why does this dinosaur got grills? Whoa, this is the Bronchiosaurus, I think, and look how long that tail is, followed by how long his neck is. And you know what a long neck is good for. Helping you reach the leaves on the top of the trees that the other dinosaurs can't get. So that's why their neck is really long. What did you think it was going to be good for? It's a pretty big room for pretty big dinosaurs with pretty small arms or heads. Zuni fetishes? Fetishes? What are they talking about? Oh, that lizard like to eat. Now in this display we have some deer in the Grand Canyon, but what are they looking at? What are all they? They're all looking up the top left corner. Let me check that out. Nothing. I don't know. Yeah. One of the most majestic things about animals is like they could be ugly as hell, but then when they're a baby, they're the cutest little thing. Oh, I want to eat it up. Speaking of eating it up, oh, this wolf is taking care of, this coyote is taking care of that sleeping rabbit. How sweet. Look at these guys. These are moose, I think. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Sven. So do these animals smell weird, or is it me? Huh. Smell a little, musky. How come all these seals look all sad and, like, depressed? And you look at this king seal, he rules them all. No wonder they're all, like, sad. Everyone else is like, oh, I hate my life. I guess I'll just seal you later. It was a sad but happy, bittersweet day when this large animal had to tell his kid, who was going off to college, he was saying, I'm gonna miss you, but it's time to go. Bye, son. These animals are kind of controversial. They always look for younger versions of the animal. They're always on the prowl for the younger ones, these cougars. Psh. So these creatures are so beautiful, so majestic. Everyone always talks about how big their antlers and how nice their antlers are. But how about their hair? They always have beautiful hair. I guess because they use a lot of moose here. So these animals really put an imprint on my heart. This one's called Jacob Black, aka Taylor Lautner. And man, they're pretty strong animals. These are the majestic rams. They're all standing on top of the mountains with their horns. And oh, look at this one though. This one thick. This ram got some badunk. So these seals by the sea remind me of a story of when I was younger, probably around 8 years old. We were on the coast of California, somewhere a little bit north, and there was this rock on the shoreline. So we started jumping on the rock as we're going down towards the water, jumping on the rock. And then after that, we turn around and to look at the rock we were jumping on. It turns out it was just a dead seal that had been hardened a little bit. Rigor mortis sank in, and we all jumped on it like as if it was a rock. Man, fun times. You know what I gotta say? This museum so far has been hella fun. I was giraffing at my own jokes along the way, and you know, I really care about it a lot. Look at these two rhinoceroses, or rhinoceri. I don't know. But look at them. Look at their faces. It looks like we just caught them about to do something really naughty. Honey badger don't care. So the artwork of this animal and the horns it's alright, but I really think that the artist could do greater. And look at this creature. It's like it's confused what it wants to be. It's like kind of a horse, kind of an elephant, kind of an antelope, and it's like his body is shaped like Cam from Modern Family. It's kind of weird. I don't know, do I milk it? Rest in peace, Harambe. I know that we all kind of gorilla crazy sometimes, but rest in peace, Harambe. This is a beautiful scene with lionesses. You can see them just all lovey-dovey. This one's like, oh, it's got a foot fetish or something. And then if you look at this one right here, she's like, oh, you hungry? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm kind of hungry. Why? What's up? Well, I got something that need to be ate right now. Look at her how she's lying down there. You naughty lions. So when I was like 4 and growing up, I had this fear of ostriches because one time we went to this drive-through safari, and then like you can feed the animals and you can see the animals as you drive through their habitat. And then one time this ostrich just came up to me and just started pecking at the window, kind of like it wanted to attack me. And ever since then I was scared of ostriches. And then I just shook off the fear now once I realized that burying your head underground and hiding is an introvert thing to do that I like. I'm a hippopotamus. But look at this. Look at these hippopotamus. They're only dangerous when they wiggle their ears, just like Jungle Cruise. But then look back here. What is this hippopotamus doing to the other? Zoom in. There you go. Is he eating that other hippopotamus's? Everyone just likes to have their people to eat they ass. The good old sleeping walruses. Every time I see a walrus, I think that it smells so bad, and also the texture of their skin looks like the texture of my balls. Like it's either this one with bumps or the other one with wrinkles. Isn't that kind of weird? What the heck? Is this a bullet hole? Is this from the outside in or from the inside out? Is walrus trying to escape? Poor guy is trapped in here in captivity for eternity. How much do polar bears weigh? Just enough to break the ice. Hi, my name is Latruse. Anyway, look at this one. If you look close, they're just chilling, waiting for their Coke. And then they have this dead seal just right here. We're about ready to eat it. And look at the other ones like, hey, you gonna share that with me too? Hey, are you gonna share that with me too? For some reason, it's like Steve Buscemi's voice when it's a ferret or a ferret-like creature. I've never seen an oarfish in real life. I've only seen it on Animal Crossing, and I didn't realize it was this long and this thick. Look at that. That's so huge. It's like, I don't know how many feet that is, but they were right on Animal Crossings. They weren't exaggerating. Yeah, just spinning around that room because it says rotating gallery. So is that how I'm supposed to enjoy it? Whoa, look at this bug in this artwork. It's some Nicki Minaj thick looking bug. But then look, if you zoom in, you can kind of see the actual size of it. And it's like really tiny. Look at that. Man, that's a tiny bug, but the bug's still thick though. Go ahead, girl, you can sting me whenever you want. These bugs look really, really intimidating under the microscope camera. But then when you see how they really are, it's like, oh, I think I squashed you, or maybe I ate you with my rice and not even know it. Here's where you can park your strollers, where you take your kids to the Paleo Play Zone. You could dig the sand for some dinosaur bones. There's some brushes if you need them. You could get a paper and color trace over some shapes. There's some dinosaur shapes and like scale shapes. You could feel them right there. Feel it. There's some live bugs in some containers you could look at. And then there's some crazy like little creatures that are green, camouflaged. Oh, a spider. Looks like the head trophies from a hunter's gallery. And here's that Animal Crossing oarfish again. It's so long. It's so crazy. And here's another collection of bugs, beautifully displayed. And here's the leaves. It looks like leaves, but then there's a lot of stuff camouflaged inside. So if you get a little closer, you can see a moth right there. There's like a stick bug, a spider. That one creeps me out. There's like a leaf bug, and there's a lot of other moths. And the leaf bug again, and a cricket. Man, this is crazy because it's standing back. You could only see one, and now there's like 50 of them in there. There's a little mini habitat for all these roly-polies, and you could see them. There's like these ones are like regular size, but then if you look at the other rock, there's kind of like small little ones. It gives me the heebie-jeebies, creepy crawlies. I get a little itchy in the back of my neck. Yeah, brush it, brush here, clean it. So you got to give yourself a few hours because they have different floors. First floor, ground floor, top floor, lot. Turtle skeleton. And egg. So I got out of the traffic just to stand in it now. There's more traffic with the freeways and the mountains. The Griffith Park sign. Bye, P-22. Keep hitting that cougar puss. And there it is. All these love notes for P-22, the cougar that passed away this recently. There's also this lab looking thing here. Got some aquariums, some water habitats, a mini gym. That's cool. There's a place to look at microscopes. You can look at a snake, an eagle, a snake, a rabbit. Aw, look, Ratatouille sleeping. Hello? Binoculars, let's look inside. There's a replica up there of P-22 looking down on us. So these little cubes are actually pretty cool. I thought it was just like mini rooms and stuff, but if you look closer, look at that. Surprise! There's a huge spider in each one of these rooms. Yeah, no thanks. Wow, a nice velvet chair and a table. Oh, whoops, under the table. You can see right there. Huge spider. Oh wow, it's just a snowman with a winter wonderland. Whoop, nope, there's a huge spider. Just an ordinary tool room with some old Halloween. Nope, there's a huge spider under that table. Oh wow, look, it's like an unsuspecting kitchen just cooking peas. Nope, there's a huge spider down there. Oh wow, it's just a garden swing set. Nope, there's a huge spider down there ready to bite your butt. So there has been a problem with the Blue Jay cartels. They've been sending these birds in packages. Look at them. And the red birds aren't been coming in that lucky because they come in 2 boxes each, if you know what I mean. Someone's trying to send a message. So you can go downstairs and eat at the NHM grill. I thought about it and I'm just like, no, mine. We got 10 more minutes. Back to 2 dinosaurs fighting. This is like the center point on the first floor and stuff. Waiting for the elevators to go to the second floor. This actually looked like just a wall. So now we're in this section and we're looking at geological structures, and gotta tell you, this place rocks. I wonder if you experienced this while stoned. Yeah, my sediments exactly. Some people skip this part. They didn't even go to it because they take it for granted. When all these things go to a party, do they do the cha-cha rock slide? Here's one of the boulder structures. This place is ingenious. Igneous. Does this rock look like a steak, or am I just hungry? Does this look like chocolate chips, or am I just have a sweet tooth? This one's actually pretty cool because it can glow when there's light shining through it. 50 spikes on that side, 25 spikes on this side. That's 75 spikes. Wow, crystal math. Does this look like ground beef to you, or am I just hungry? This reminds me of those fiber optic light things from the 90s, like a little lamp. This one looks like some type of plug, and you didn't clean it after using it. Oh wow, it's a heart of diamonds. Superman's gotta stay away from this one. It looks like kryptonite, or maybe the Emerald City. This one looks like a pixelated boxing glove. This is such a clean and clear crystal ball. Wow, it's so beautiful. You're gonna make the rabbits go crazy with as many carrots there is in this. This is like a Hadouken facing down, like going down towards the ground. Hadouken! Does this look like Wagyu steak to you, or am I just hungry? The Petrified Forest National Park in Arizona. I went there when I was around 10 years old, and then they said, do not steal or move any of the petrified wood or you'll be cursed. Well, I read that. I picked up some petrified wood, which is like pebble size, threw it, and then I had diarrhea the rest of the night. Maybe I was cursed. This place is kind of creepy, and I'm getting some headaches walking through here, like the haunted headaches. This is this is some Mayan or Aztec memorabilia from way back. And these look like stone dolls. It's kind of scary, but look how beautiful they are. Look how beautifully done they are. And look at their faces too. There's even like a duckbill guy right there. Look at all the faces. And this guy has gears and like a machine inside of his body. This Peli can teach. What is this? How come it looks like that? What is that? There's a bunch of birds in this and a bunch of owls. Look at that snow owl. There's one right now in Cyprus just chilling. This bird is mad that it got caught before it got to send a letter to Harry Potter. There's a huge spiral shell, like Fibonacci sequence. If you put your ear to it, you hear nothing. Just music is quiet. Get your P-22 merch here. Got some shirts, stuffed animals, mugs, hats, sweaters, bucket hats, water bottles, mugs. You name it. You got P-22 everything. Rest in peace, P-22. Aw, poor dinosaur. All my friends are dead. Let's look at this book of dinosaurs. With sad clown. And what? Oh, it hugs it. Looking for a souvenir. Maybe a little snack? What is this? Crickets? No thanks. And nope. Skull. You chip at it, and it reveals it. And then you display it. And that was a trip to the Los Angeles Natural History Museum. Whoa! We had a whale of a time. It was a hella fun. We had a lot of fun. Hella fun. Oh, you could watch them on Snapchat. Goodbye. Natural History Museum, Los Angeles County. Goodbye. See you on the up and up next time. So that was the Natural History Museum, and it was pretty fun. There's a lot of stuff. I came in with 2 hours and I only had time to do stuff on the first floor. I didn't realize there's a second floor and a ground floor. And so we paid for parking as we came in. We paid for a ticket, $15, unless you're military, and there's a bunch of other free options. And then I paid for parking at that moment, so that I don't have to. Well, I still have to wait in this line because nobody paid for parking because they closed. They closed up. So I paid for parking right away. So I have my receipt. They highlighted it. Then I'll give it at exit. And then now it looks like everyone didn't pay for parking because there's nobody at the booth anymore. So make sure you pay for parking before you go in, so that you have it already with you. They did suggest saying it before you leave, but everything's closed. So yeah, pay for parking. It was fun, but give yourself hours. It could be like half of a day for this whole thing because it took. I had 2 hours in there. I had a little more than 2 hours, and I was not able to do anything other than the first floor. Then I had to rush through the ground floor and the top floor. But it's really nice. They have a parking garage. I parked at the top. They have a garage underneath, so you could park there too. And yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good time in there. A lot of stuff. It could be a whole day thing if you read everything. I was just browsing around and taking in the things to see. So yeah, that is the Natural History Museum, Los Angeles County. Hope you enjoyed it. So wait a minute. I They never checked for parking. I could have easily just not paid for parking, and then they just let everyone out at the end because there's nobody there to collect the parking. The thing just goes up. It's past. It's like almost 5:30, and yeah, they didn't even check for parking. So the people I went with didn't buy parking because they said they're gonna buy at the end, like the person suggested, and then they didn't even check, so they don't have to pay for parking. But I did. It's all good. I mean, that money goes to non-profit stuff, so it helps the museum. But yeah, so that's what parking happened with parking is that.